for you to come to Hiroshima? What was the reason for you to come to Hiroshima? What was the reason for you to come to Hiroshima? Thank you for your time. Where are you from?
From America.
Which part of US?
Connecticut.
Connecticut, near New York.
Are you traveling?
We are, yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been traveling?
Been here for 2 weeks now.
So which part of Japan?
We were in Tokyo and Kyoto.
Day trip to Nikko, Shibu Onsen overnight.
Yeah.
We'll be heading to Osaka next.
Yeah.
Then Takayama. Yeah.
Many places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the reason for you to come to Hiroshima?
I felt like it was really important as an American to come here and reflect on what happened. Even though it was a long time ago, I feel like it's important to the world's history, and I also, from what I had heard, Hiroshima had really done a wonderful job at rebuilding and encompassing a feeling of peace after this horrific tragedy. So I knew it would be a sad place to come to see, but also a positive experience, and I think that's really important to focus on.
Yeah, we actually just came down here, so we've seen the dome spot now. We were at we stopped by the plaque where the bomb was detonated in the air, and you just imagine right now it's such a beautiful day, right? And then imagine that day all those years ago, just being your normal life, and all of a sudden, right? So feel very solemn, and we're going to be, of course, going to go to the museum next and learn about it more. Yeah, we wanted to come and see the history
and educate ourselves. I mean, I almost feel I don't know if embarrassed or just shameful. It's for our country to have been responsible for this, and I feel like you learn a lot in school and in history class. I'm sure
we always see it as like this side of like the American view, right? Not the other side of things. So like we had my grandfather fought in the war, right? And it's all about like but then what lives were affected and what lives were lost. You don't think about that as much.
Yeah, and we love Japan. The Japanese people have been so kind to us, and just to pay our respects and just reflect on, I guess, the good and bad that humanity is capable of.
My last question is, what does this visit mean to you?
I think I'm going to be reflecting on it for a long time. And as I said, even I'm standing right here, and it still just feels surreal. It feels fake. It's hard to we'll learn more when we go to the museum, but you feel separated from it. But I think to remember that life is about terrible things and beautiful things, and they can both exist together. They can coexist, and I think our job as human beings is to try to raise up the positive and make it so that something like this never happens again. So just I think really thinking about the good and bad that exists together in our world, but focusing on the positive. I'll be thinking about this for a long time.
The future.
Yes, the future. This was such a long time ago. Who knows what the world will be like in 50 years, 100 years. And hopefully it's better, But also, I think, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep talking. Sort of a feeling of hopelessness too. It's like, okay, what can I do about it? I wasn't even born when this happened, and there are gonna be people here long after we're gone. So
yeah, so you just don't forget.
And don't forget, and be a good person while you're here, and be kind. Yeah.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
Are you traveling?
Yes, I'm here on holiday with my family, although previously I lived in Japan, so I've come back after a long time.
How long have you lived
So I lived in Japan for 5 years. From 1999 to 2004 I was on the JET program teaching English at schools in Kumamoto. Yeah.
Okay, nice. This is the first time after
Yes.
last visit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've come back with my husband and my children to show them Japan.
What was the reason for you to come to Hiroshima?
I lived in Japan for 5 years and I did some travelling. And I also lived quite close to Nagasaki, so I went to the museum there and the Peace Park there a few times, but I hadn't had much time to visit Hiroshima. So I really wanted to come back and see the museum and obviously the park and the monuments.
So this is your first time to visit Hiroshima?
Oh, it's my second time.
Oh, this is the
Yeah.
second time.
Yeah.
So what was the feeling you get from visiting the Peace Memorial Museum?
I think there's an overwhelming sense of a respect for the city and its people, both past and present. Obviously it was a great suffering that was endured, but I think I went to both the Atomic Bomb Museum as well as the memorial to the victims, and it was extremely moving but done in a very respectful way, so I think it will leave a profound impression on visitors and hopefully ensure that the future is more peaceful than the past.
My last question is, what this visit mean to you?
Well, I mean, obviously coming to Japan, having lived here for so long, after such a long time, is really, really special. But I think having the chance to come here, and my children are aged 12 and 14, having the chance to share the history of Hiroshima with them has been really, really important. And they have an understanding from their studies in lessons at school, but to see firsthand the witness accounts and the stories of the victims has been incredibly moving for them.
What your children say?
Wow. Yeah, well we went to Nagasaki as well, and my daughter was very emotional, very upset. I think it reminded her about the fragility of life, but at the same time it made her appreciate that we have to live, we have to look forward and be kind to each other.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you for your time. Where are you from?
From Czech Republic, Prague.
So you're traveling?
Yes, with my wife we were visiting a family here and also traveling a bit around Japan.
Is this your first time to visit Japan?
Yes, actually yes. This is the first time.
Which part of Japan are you traveling?
We started in Tokyo, then we went to Wakayama, Osaka, Kyoto, and now Hiroshima, and after that we are going back.
What was the reason for you to come to Hiroshima?
Well, first of all, my wife comes from Hiroshima, so we were visiting her family, and yeah, we had only maybe 2 days here, so one of the things we wanted to see also was the dome, because it's clearly a huge part of the history.
Your wife is from Japan?
Yes, she comes from Hiroshima.
Okay.
She was born here.
Where did you get to know each other?
In Prague. She was for her studies there in art school, and so we met there, and now we're living in Prague.
What was the impression about visiting this site?
I think maybe also because there is some kind of concert going on the opposite side that has very I don't know if it's sad music, but to me it sounds kind of sad, so that was also the feeling around this, and basically we were just sitting opposite and looking at it and imagining, okay, what it must have been like for everybody in Hiroshima. And yeah, and I think it's great that it stays here, and that, as they say, will stay here forever, so that people can really remember what these things can do and how nasty they can be. And also, I mean, it was on the other hand, it was great comparison how you have these trees already here, so you can compare, like, somehow the
time scale you get the imagination of that, and also that it's possible to come back from that where that's also nice, I think.
The last question is, what this visit means to you?
Generally just pursuing some peaceful existence if possible, and just remembering what can happen if things go terribly wrong, and have the responsibility in each of your countries not to let the authorities go that way, basically.
Thank you so much.
No worries.